Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Samson and this is my community, Jenny's Hub. You are most welcome. On this channel I'll be sharing a lot of information on how I have been able to relocate back to the UK under the skilled workers visa as a healthcare worker. Yes, you heard me right, back to the UK. Now, the backstory is years ago, exactly specifically in 2009, I actually came to the UK as a student to study in 2009. Yes, that was a while ago. So I came in 2009 and I finished my studies in 2010. Now, in the course of my studies, I met my adorable husband. We got married here in the UK and we had our adorable son then in the UK. And then, in the course of living here, we felt it was time to move back home and relocate back to Nigeria. Yes. So we packed everything we had and vavavoom, we were back home in Nigeria in the city of Abuja. That was in 2012. Yes, about 10 years ago. It's been a while. Now, thank God for all we've been able to accomplish while in Nigeria. Thank God for the doors. Thank God for the opportunities. But more recently, I've been having the urge to, come back to the UK. I had instance to either go back to to Canada or to UK, but somehow because I've lived in the UK previously, I had this inclination to come back to the UK. And the truth is, I had the option of either coming back to study or that was actually the option I had because of course we ran out of our visa. Now, you know what it is coming back to study. It involves a lot of money. And for me, to mean progressing to have a PhD. Yes. Well, it's been a journey. So, and the course of all that, sometime last year, 2021, while I was doing my research and trying to know what routes to follow to come back to the UK, in fact, I was actually concentrating on the PhD route, I stumbled on a YouTube channel. I'm going to post his YouTube channel. His name is Peter, amazing guy. I stumbled on his YouTube channel on YouTube where he was talking about the senior carer role in the UK. I was surprised because I hadn't heard about it anywhere. That was in September, August, if I'm not mistaken, August, September. That was when I stumbled on this channel and I got curious. I remember he was talking about an agency that was helping to recruit people from Nigeria under the senior carer role. Now, when I went through the senior carer description, I realized that while I was studying as a student, I did some jobs, part-time job as a student under the healthcare sector. So I felt, well, I had experience. And as at that, of course, at that time, I was also working in the hospital. So I said, well, I'm fit for this role. And I went in all for it. I applied to the agency. It costs quite a lot of money to be, I mean, a lot of you might know the agency. I'm not able to name them here. So they demanded some money both for the webinar to be part of it. Now, while I was, with them, they needed some requirements. You have to get your documentation done, the paperwork, the police report, the TB test. For me, because I knew I had, I was already pre-qualified, I got a lot of all these things ready. So I went ahead and got my TB test, I got my police report. So you've got the thing was they said, once you have everything ready, they'll get you a job. So I had all that ready by October. I had everything ready. And somehow the whole process was becoming a nightmare. It wasn't what they said it was. They had backlog of people in my own cohort, in my own batch of people who came. We were over 100, and I was in cohort 9. So in each batch, there were over 100 people, if I'm not mistaken. So they had, of course, people were getting jobs, people were getting visa, but it was only a trickle compared to the number of people who were in the program. So it was a lot. It was frustrating. For me, I've got everything. I've got the experience. I've got my documentations. I've got everything. But it was just taking forever. And then I remember I said to myself, I've lived here before. I could search for these things myself. I have all the information now. That was when I started searching for the whole information myself. I was going online. I was applying like crazy. And somehow I was getting job offers, but they wanted me to be in the UK because this healthcare skill was not very, it was there, but it was not. It was called the senior carer. It was not very popular, so a lot of companies didn't have certification to sponsor, license to sponsor people. So it was a bit tough. Now, fortunately for me, sometime in October, I got a job offer. I got an interview because I've had series of interviews, but the challenge was, oh, you're not in the UK, or you have to wait for us to get our license. So it was frustrating. So eventually I got a job. I got an offer. I got an interview. They gave me an offer and they needed my documentation, and we started. So they wanted a whole lot aside from what I got. It was taking a while. They also had a backlog of people, and it was taking a whole while. Now, by November, it seems as if it was going to happen in December. I'll get my license. By January, I'll be here. But for whatever reason, best known to them, it was just dragging, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I wasn't able to document most of those process, unfortunately, because it was something, because I kept everything else on hold. My business, my job I was doing, of course my job was going on, but my other business, I kept everything on hold, and I was just pursuing this whole thing because because this was, for me, it was an avenue to come back to the UK. And so eventually that it just kept dragging, and I said to myself, you shouldn't have stopped applying. By December, I saw they were dragging too much. I started all over again. I started applying. So when I mean applying, I'm not talking about one application per day. I'm talking about 10 to 20 applications per day minimum. Yes, minimum. So I was going to companies that had sponsors, that didn't have sponsors. I was just applying everywhere. And of course, I had the unfortunately, I had the I'm sorry, I had the negativities, but I just kept going. And I'm saying to you, keep going. If you really want to come through this route, just ensure you have everything ready, which I'll be sharing on my channel. I'll be giving away so much freely from what I know. So by now, if you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe, and I'll give you 2 reasons why you need to be on this channel. I've schooled here before in the UK, years ago. Now I'm back as a skilled worker. So every information you might need, living in the UK as a student, as a worker, I've got it on the tips of my finger. So it's in your best interest to subscribe, because I'll be spilling so much. Right, so eventually I got a job in sometime in January, another offer. I had 2 interviews actually, and then of course I was successful in both of them. But I picked this particular company because I like the ethos, I love the value, I love the way they were responding to me, unlike the other company that was just taking so much time. And then I ran with them, and I think by February, we had a lot of things sorted. And I think by the March, in fact, it took a week for my certificate of sponsorship to be out. Unlike the other company that was telling me it was going to take 6 months, because in fact they had a lot of stories. I was shocked. Now, by the time my certificate of sponsorship was out, the next step was to apply for a visa. So I have a few clips from where I applied for my visa. I went to the visa office, which I'll be sharing with you. So this is one of the clips from when I went to the embassy. So guys, I just dropped my visa application for my sponsor skilled worker visa. We're very hopeful and expectant that it will end in praise. Just stepping out now of the building, as you can see. Fingers crossed, God on my side, to end well. So guys, wish me well. Wish me hopefully you see this video when I've picked up my work visa. And so this is where you submit your visa in Abuja. That's the El Mukhtar El Yakub place, the 3rd floor. That's where you actually submit your visa in Abuja, your passport, I beg your pardon. So I'm heading home now. I'll just go home and wait and pray. Alright guys.
Go please.
Yes sir. Well done sir, thank you sir. That was a police officer just saying hi to me. And hopefully I'll be smiling like this the next couple of weeks, hopefully, by the grace of God. Amen. Alright guys, see you. Well, so you're seeing this video because, of course, I got my work visa after applying, and well, we are here. I am here. Thankfully, everything went smoothly. Funny enough, my visa came out in less than 2 weeks. I think if you have every documentations right, everything is okay. It just go through. Just pulls through. My visa, I applied for my visa myself, of course. I did everything myself, paid in dollars, and in less than 2 weeks, it was approved. Now, the only challenge was my what do you call it now? My tuberculosis test, because I mentioned earlier that as soon as I registered with the agency, I got everything because I just wanted to get everything done. I got every documentation they wanted. As soon as I went for my TB test, I got my police certificate. I just got everything ready, and it just never happened with them. So somehow, in the course of all that, I remember I said this was in September, and I applied for my visa in March. So it was over 6 months, and you know the validity of your TB test is 6 months. So in fact, I took a risk. I applied for my visa with that TB test, which was going to expire in April, because I applied in March, and it was going to expire in April. So I remember I just said to myself, at the worst case scenario, they will ask me to get an updated one. So I had to go back to get another TB test. Now, you might say, well, it's not a waste of money, I know. But I went back to get another TB test because, of course, my employers need an updated copy. I might need it at the airport. So I had to pay all over again. Yes, it is part of what we had to go through to, get to where we are. So it's for you who is trying to, who's trying all this, it will cost you money. It will take you time. It will be frustrating. But I'm saying to you, you need to push and push through. So here is a video of when I was heading to do. I was booked for my. In fact, I had to call them as an emergency to say, I need to get this done. My application is at the home office, and they gave me a time slot. I think for the next day or the next 2 days, and I went. So this is a video of when I actually went to do my TB test for the second time. You know how much it costs in Nigeria? It's about 58K. So I did it for the second time. Well, it was all worth it in the end. So this is the video of when I went to undergo my TB test for the very second time.
All right, guys. So good morning. So this is me at 6:45 a.m. I'm actually out here at somewhere around my street, waiting for my Uber to arrive. I'm on my way to the International Immigration Center this morning to have my TB test done. Fun fact, I'm having it done for the second time. Yes, and this is because the first one expired in the process of trying to get, of course, my COS and a visa. So my application is at the home office at this stage and it's about to expire. So I'm getting another copy. I had to book an emergency that I needed a copy ASAP. So I'm on my way. I'm leaving very early because the last time I went, I was told I was given an appointment for 9 a.m. and when I got there, I saw a batch of people and it took a while. But I left there around 3 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. There are a whole lot of people, so it's not like the time allocated to you is the time you actually use. Unfortunately not. So I'm leaving very early, so when I will be among the first people that will get in and get started. So hopefully before 12 p.m. 12 noon, I beg your pardon. Hopefully before 12 noon, I am out of there. That is the plan. So I'm waiting for my Uber, and we'll be leaving very, very shortly. And well, when I get there, hopefully I'll be able to just make another short video. So for those of you who are planning, who are strategizing, the process can be long, the process can be tiring, the process can be financially draining. Like I said, this is the second time, 57,800 for the second time because the first one expired. So it is what it is, but it's just for you to be tenacious, just for you to, hold on to what you want, seek what you want. So I'll see you guys in my next video.
All right, so guys, of course, I eventually got the TB test done, and no, I didn't leave there until about 3 p.m. or thereabouts, about 2 p.m. or thereabouts. For some reasons, even though the crowd was not much, but I think the system was down, and the protocols you have to go through, you have to go up, you have to come down, you have to go into this room, you have to see the doctor. It's a lot. At a point, they kept us waiting. We didn't even know what was happening. And from what I heard it's even fair in Abuja. I heard it's a nightmare in Lagos. I mean, I had a number of people who flew in from Lagos that day. Some flew in a day before. Yes. I heard the crowd in Lagos is mad. I heard it's mad, like mad. So if you're in Lagos and I don't know if you can afford it, maybe you might just need to come into Abuja. It's easier, but you'll definitely get it that day. If you book, you come out. Just make sure you come in early. I left, at that time. Some people were there at 6 or 6:30, So, but eventually we got it. And if you have a challenge, I will let you know. But of course, most people don't. And at the end of the day, I was exhausted. I was tired. So I just kept that to myself, just in case the visa, the visa office demands I send an updated copy of the TB test. Somehow they didn't ask for it, but of course I still kept it because my employers wanted an updated copy. I might need it at the border control, either UK or out of Nigeria. So it was also safe that I had an updated copy. Yeah. So eventually, I put in for I was waiting for my application to come through. Um, Interestingly, it took less than 2 weeks. I mean, it took less than 2 weeks. I got an email. Can't remember the date now. In my subsequent video, I'm going to give more detailed information of how I went through, and I'll be more specific. So just ensure you have subscribed now, because there'll be so much to share. I'll be sharing my journey. I'll be sharing the process. I'll be sharing how I got here. I'll be sharing things you need to know, things you need to start doing now, things you have not heard that others are. I mean, you just assume. I'll be sharing. Like I said, I registered with an agency. I did it myself eventually. So I'll be sharing things that you need to get started if you really want to come through this pathway. All right. So in your best interest, subscribe. Please share this video. Tell your friends. So this is from the horse's mouth. This is not from hearsay or people who are reading things online. This is from somebody who applied, got a job all by herself, applied for a visa, and of course, I am here in the United Kingdom. All right, so eventually we're waiting for the visa. When the visa came through, it was less than 2 weeks. I got an email to say, come and pick up your travel documents. And I would lie. I would lie. I was really, oh my God, what's happening? I remember taking a taxi from my house straight to the office to pick up my travel document. When I got there, they said it was 3 p.m. that they couldn't give it to me. In fact, it was so annoying, and I had to wait through the night to the next day. And you know what it is to wait for something you've been anticipating or expecting. So it was a long night, a very long night. Anyway, the next morning I drove down to the place. I drove down there, got my travel document, and when I opened it, it was my skill visa was on it. Of course, I was exhilarated, I was happy, I was joyful. I've been through this since last year, September. It's been a long time coming. I am grateful. I am thankful to be back to the UK. I am happy. For me, it's giving up everything I've built in Nigeria to start all over afresh. Yes, and I don't mind starting all over afresh. I'm doing this for my children. I'm doing this for my kids. I would have done this much earlier when I came to the UK, but life happens. But I'm thankful where I am. So I'm just encouraging whoever that is watching this. Anyway, I just put the video of when I got my visa, and they just see the exact date I got my visa. I was very joyful. Don't mind, I was looking very calm. Inside me, I was really, very, very joyful. So enjoy.
Hello guys, hello everyone. Well, I don't know when you'll be seeing this video, but today is the 12th of April. A couple of weeks back, I sent my application to the Home Office here in Abuja, and you know how it is, you know how the wait is, and you're waiting, you're hoping, you're just waiting for, you're waiting for your visa to be out. And because of these Ukraine issues they had, there was an announcement that there was going to be delays in the in the applications because of the Ukraine. I think they're trying to consider Ukraine, giving Ukraine raise. Mine is going to be different. So today is the 12th, and I got an email yesterday to say come and pick up your passport travel documents, and I was like, wow. So it's approximately about 2 weeks when I put in my application. So when I this morning, here as early as 9, I picked up my passport documents. This is what it looks like. All right, can you see? This is what it looks like. Okay, and I've opened it up, and it came with a letter. So I think for me, the first thing, I just went straight to the letter because I was curious. What's the letter about? I was actually curious to know why is there a letter, because previously when I applied there was no letter, and it just said your application to the UK for the UK visa has been successful. Wow, guys, the long wait is over. Oh my god, the long wait is over. This is something I started since October last year, October 2021, and this is April 2022. I never knew it was going to take this long because when I started the process, everything picked up really fast. For the fact that I've lived in the UK before, things picked up pretty fast, and I just thought maybe by December or by January I was going to be in the UK. But of course, life happens, and sometimes certain things happen that is beyond your control. Well, Shada, we are here. This is my passport. This is a new passport, different from mine. So I just had to flip through the pages, and they went to the very back, and here we are. This is my UK work visa. Skilled worker migrants. Multiple entries. It feels very surreal. It feels, I mean, the feeling is good knowing that I'll be going back to the UK. Not going back to study or going back to study or going back to school one more time, but I'm going to work. I'm going to start earning money. I'm going to make pathway for myself and my family once again, and hopefully this is the route for me to gain my.
So, well, here we are. I came into the UK this week and I've been settling in. I had a little cold, it's still in my voice. I've been trying to settle in. I'm in a different environment from where I used to live. I schooled in Wolverhampton, and my husband and I used to live in Manchester, but I'm in a different location altogether. Closer to London. Maybe as time goes on, I'll share. So you do well to like this video, share this video, subscribe. Very important, subscribe. I mean, there's a whole lot I'll be sharing, a whole lot. Each of the videos will be more specific, where I'll be sharing things you have to do, things you don't need to do, how to go about the whole process. It's getting more strict now, it's getting more competitive, and the truth is you have to put your best foot forward. So it's in your best interest to follow me. It's your best interest to subscribe to this channel. There will be so much coming in the coming days. If you have any questions to ask me, feel free to drop it in the comment. I will read all your comments and I will respond. If you have a private email to a private question or something, shoot me an email. My email is in my description. And if you want a one-on-one, there is a link in my description or link in this video. Feel free to contact me and we'll take it further. So guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I know you're going to subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'll see you, and I'll be sharing more about my journey back to the UK, living in the UK, working in the UK, and of course having my best life in the UK. All right guys, I'll see you in my next video that I'll be dropping like very, very soon.